So anyway, all right, we digress. Hey, Isaiah Satania, Kip Lewis, shout out to you guys. You had great years, and you certainly deserve to be in those top 100 considerations as well. All right, coming up next, ESPN released their early 2026 playoff predictions, and my goodness, if I was upset about the top 100 list, I want to be even more upset about this. We'll come and talk about that next here on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jay, ESPN released their early 2026 playoff predictions, and your Oklahoma Sooners did not make the 12-team field.
Yeah, you know, I'm a big fan of Bill Connolly. I actually enjoy his SP Plus, and I enjoy how the math be mathing in there, right? It does a really good job of taking out a lot of the garbage stuff and really focus on rewarding you in the ways that you should be rewarded. You shouldn't be rewarded for grabbing 15 yards on 1st and 20, right? You know, or 1st and 30. You shouldn't 15 yards. And do a lot. But, you know, if you're getting a first down, if you get 15 yards on 1st and 10 and getting the first down, you deserve extra points. But not going to break down how SP Plus works because, you know, you can look that up and we talk about that another time.
Yeah.
But Bill decided that he wasn't going to give Oklahoma the respect to potentially make it back to the playoffs, in which, John, I'm going to be honest, I'm so happy he did that. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate the bulletin board material because last year, actually, at the end of this season, a little too much rat poisoning. There's a little too much gas being poured on the Oklahoma Flame. Too many people were hyping it up, saying, hey, man, love what Brent Venables doing. The offense should be better the next year, which it will be. Been doing my research. But I was kind of getting to like, yeah, I need y'all to doubt us now. Can we get some more doubts in? Bill provided it. He hooked your boy up. Now we are here. There's the doubts. We just go out there and prove them wrong now. Many men wish death upon me.
Yeah, the Oklahoma Sooners did not make the field, and here's what Connolly's 12-team field looks like. Indiana at 1, Georgia 2, Texas Tech 3, Notre Dame 4, USC 5, Texas A&M 6, Ohio State 7, Miami 8, Oregon 9, Texas 10, Oklahoma State 11, and Hawaii 12. The first interesting assumption is that the Big 12 is going to get 2 bids, which through 2 years of the 12-team playoff, they have not. So that's an interesting jump for them. I think it's fun that Hawaii is your group of 6 team that gets to make the playoff this year. I think that'd be a blast. Give me more of that. And then you look at it and you see, okay, Miami from the ACC, and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 Big 10 teams, and then 1, 2,
4 Big 12, 4 SEC,
4 SEC, 4 Big 10, 2 Big 12, group of 6, and ACC. So, you know, it's going to be interesting, you know, and I think the SEC thing, people aren't necessarily as high on the SEC coming out of the 2025 season. But that's okay. That leaves room to prove the doubters wrong. And this leaves Oklahoma room to prove the doubters wrong. All they got to do is go win. You know, if they go win, it'll take care of themselves. Yeah, that's it.
But based upon the way that he has this listed, this schedule this coming season is probably going to be tougher than last season's schedule. And I say that specifically because, no, for real. And I say that because for the 4 teams that he has in the SEC making it, we play this season. We play Texas. We play Texas A&M. We play Georgia. And we also play Ole Miss. All 4 of the teams that Bill Connolly has selected to make it to the playoffs, John, we play.
See, he doesn't have Ole Miss in his 12-team field.
Oh, he has a first round. First round, Ole Miss plays against Miami, number 9 and number 8.
I'm so confused. I'm looking at Oregon and Miami. Why am I seeing it? I'm seeing something different then.
It's at the top. It's at the top, but he may have things a little bit on the weird side. Let me go through and look through this again. But yeah, USC in here, that's weird.
If we simply use Slayback's rankings for this exercise.
Slayback's. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. So then down a little bit.
Matter.
Yeah. But still, I mean, Ole Miss is going to be good, especially if Trinidad Chambliss comes back. That's going to be a tough game. So those 4 are going to be the tougher games, and you got to go at least 2-2 in those games because you got to
even take Ole Miss out. We played 3 of the teams he have in there.
Yeah.
Georgia, Texas A&M, Texas.
Yep. And you have a Michigan team that's going to be back into Big Ten, maybe not contention, but in that back to that upper tier of Big Ten teams. Penn State might be able to make the jump right back after taking all of Iowa State's players. So it'll be interesting. But I mean, for Oklahoma, like that game against Georgia to kick off the SEC schedule is going to be huge. And then obviously Texas is going to be huge. Every year it is. The game against Texas A&M is going to be big. The game against Florida, that's going to be big. I know Florida's coming off of a 4-8 season, but John Summerall, I mean, that's a good coach with a good system and someone that knows how to put together a good game plan. So, what the schedule looks like now may feel a little bit tougher. I feel like Mississippi State, that's not a team you can sleep on anymore because Jeff Lebby has grown that program in the 2 years, went from 2 wins to 5 wins, got an SEC win, beat Arizona State last year. So they're growing, and the Kamario Taylor quarterback, he is an upgrade, I think, over Blake Shapen. So, Kentucky is probably going to be a better team, even though it's year 1 with Will Stein. They're going to be a better team. Yeah. The schedule, I think you're right, is going to look tougher than what it maybe looks like right now. But still, Oklahoma is going to be better than what they are now.
Now this is funny too. One of his Big 12 teams being Oklahoma State. I thought that was kind of hilarious. So he basically thinks the Oklahoma State Mean Green are going to make the playoffs based upon how they play in the Big 12 this season. It's going to be fascinating to see if Mestamaker is going to be able to replicate what he did down there at North Texas at Oklahoma State. Now, granted, he should. Eric Morris is pretty good with quarterbacks. I mean, Cam Ward only exists because of that dude. That's how good he is when it comes to coaching. But I don't know. I got questions about how that's going to work out Oklahoma State for year 1.
I love what Oklahoma State's done. The hire of Eric Morris was great. Investing and making sure you get Drew Mestamaker to come to Stillwater, to get Caleb Hawkins to come to Stillwater. Those investments were fantastic. I just don't know if going from 2 wins to, they got to go 11-1. They're not making they go 11-1. They still may not make it. That it's a bit of a stretch. So I think that's a big jump and a big ask for year 1. But if they get to 8-9 wins, I think that's a good season, a good, solid step in the right direction for Oklahoma State that proves like, hey, this is the right guy for the job and he can build on this. But I wouldn't be surprised either, because they've got some chemistry working on that offensive side of the ball. And the Big 12, listen, Texas Tech is going to be really, really good. BYU is going to be really, really good. And then after that, it's kind of anybody's game.
It really is. It really is. It's anybody's. And it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how these conferences unfold this year. Georgia being once again the SEC champion. Totally understand. I do like the fact that he gave Indiana respect. So yeah, that's a plus. And he mentioned that in the article. He's like, I'm practicing this respecting Indiana thing. It's a little weird, but we're going to do it. And dude's a natty. Yeah. I like it when they go ahead and say that the team that's number 1 in the country starting the season is the team that won the national championship. They should always maintain that regardless.
Yeah.
Show them some respect. Especially
if you went 16-0.
Yes.
Like if you haven't lost a game in by the time you kick off the 2026 season, it'll have been like 20 months since Indiana lost a game, 21 months since Indiana lost a game. Like if it's been that long, you probably deserve to be number 1 in the nation. So I will have no issue if they are the AP number 1 team when we get to September or get to August or whatever, because it just feels right. Even though it feels weird, it feels right at the same time. I'd rather see that than Texas at number 1, because we did this song and dance last year. And what did Texas give us? Not what a number 1 team should have given you.
Game's a game.
Yeah. So Oklahoma, outside of the college football playoff, I think any talk of a 9-win team getting in the playoff, I think we probably need to squash that idea. It's going to be unlikely in a 12-team field simply for the way everybody views college football. You know, a 9-win SEC team might still be better than a 10 or 11-win Big 12 team, but simply based on vibes, they'll put the Big 12 or, Big 10, team in there, and that's fine. But Oklahoma, I mean, you look at the schedule, and of those 4 games that you're talking about, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Sooners got to go 2-2. And that includes they got to beat Michigan. Like in those 5 games, you got to go 3-2 or better to have a shot at making
4-1. 4-1. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, 4-1. And I mean, you're really going to have a good shot. So, all right, that's going to do it for today's episode of Locked On Sooners. Thanks so much for tuning in, being a part of the show. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're free and available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to let you know when new episodes drop. Follow Jay at Unfair Sports. Go check out his channel, Unfair Sports, over on YouTube. You can follow me at John9Williams and read my work covering the Sooners over at SoonersWire.com. The show is at Locked On Sooners on all of your favorite social media platforms. But until next time, he's Jay Smith. I'm John Williams. We'll talk to you then. Boomer.
Sooner. Y'all stay warm out there during Snowmageddon.
Yeah, stay safe. Stay home if you can. Shout out to all the essential employees that got to go.